Hi everyone and welcome to Heartcraftpaper. Today I'm going to show you how to make this You Make My Heart Sing greeting card utilizing this photopolymer stamp set from Stamper's Delight. This particular set is called Chibi Smile, and it comes with this beautiful chibi girl who's rocking out to some music. Once you flip this over, on the back you do see some care instructions, and it's really important to take a look at these and read them carefully. You want to make sure you have the best care for your stamps. So going back over, I am going to go ahead and show you a little bit closer as to what it is that comes with this set. Okay, it is a photopolymer. It is a high quality stamp. It's got a lot of fine details, a lot of fine lines. It has Your Smile Brightens My Day, and then it has the You Make My Heart Sing, which I think I'm going to be using today. It also has this cute little musical note, and it is empty, so you can color it with any color that you'd like if you want to use markers or pencils. Then you also have these solid ones, and you can use them with black or just colored ink. I'm going to go ahead and remove this off the carrier so that we can start working with this and making our card. Now, one of the things you want to do is be gentle with it. Again, this is part of the care instructions that are on the back. So you want to make sure that you peel the carrier away from the image. Just basically roll it down. Here's a closer look at the image in detail, and you can see that it does have quite a bit of detail in the artwork itself, and this is going to give us a beautiful stamped image. I'm placing my image down onto my cardstock, and you see that I am using a platform for this. You can use an acrylic block, that's absolutely fine. This acrylic section is acting as my stamping block, and this allows me to repeat that image several times so I can get a better stamped image. Now here I have Simon Says Stamp Intense Black. This is a specialized ink for alcohol markers. Now, again, if you read the back of the instructions, you will see that it says, do not use the stamp on the block to press onto your ink or your inking pad. You want to use it the way that I am here by placing that ink directly onto your image as it lays flat. Again, I'm stamping off several times to get a nice clean image. All right, let's go ahead and have a look at the detail that you get with this photopolymer stamp set. You can see it has a lot of fine lines and it has a lot of detail. So you know this is a very good quality stamp. Now it's time to work our background, and for this I'm using my Distress Oxides. I kind of want to create a rainbow effect on my paper just to kind of give that image some interest. All right, so I'm going to start off with worn lipstick and just pull in some of this color. I have Spiced Pumpkin, Squeezed Lemonade, Twisted Citron, Tumbled Glass, and Wilted Violets. I want to create kind of a rainbow effect on the outside of my image. Here I'm using some domed blenders. I happen to like how these work. You can use the flat ones. You can use a brush if you'd like. It really is up to you and how comfortable you feel with working with these tools. But I find that I get more saturation with the dome blenders than I do with anything else. So just be careful when you're blending. You know, you're not blending too much of the colors into each other. I want to have this kind of division and a little bit of separation where it just is your rainbow there. Now, one thing you're going to notice is that I am leaving a large chunk of the paper actually white. And we'll get into that in a minute once we get everything completed and done here. Just make sure that if you are blending on something that either you're going to toss away. Here I have a piece of paper to kind of act as a shield for my desk because I don't like having to clean that off. It might not come off as easily as you would think. but you can always use some hand sanitizer to help kind of clean things off. It actually works very well to lift off inks. Now, if I can pick this up, I'll gladly show you exactly what we came up with. And here you see the blending of the colors. You know, it is very separate, and I did leave a huge white space, and that was intentional. I do want to have my little chibi character. I want her to be the center point, and I want her to be in that white space. All right, ready to move on. I do want to bring in some of these musical notes, so I'm just gonna remove those off. And I think I'll have, actually, I think I'm gonna use all of these. I'm gonna make them black. I don't want them in any other color. It just seems better to me because we have all the color here in the background, just to use black. Now, I'm gonna be using Versaclear Fine. The reason is because of the saturation of this color. When you place this down, it is a very good ink. Now, if you're looking to possibly emboss, this ink actually works very well. And as you can see here, the color is very good. It is very saturated, and I just want to get some of these kind of around the whole entire card. Don't worry with any mistakes. You can always cover it up. You see I have a little bit of an error that I created there. So we'll just go ahead and fix that later on in the video, and I'll show you how I do that exactly. Please note that for this particular card, I'm adding the musical notes in a random pattern. You know, make sure you twist them, turn them, just to make them look however you want them to be. As I'm not making a coloring tutorial, I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of the process here and how I ended up coming up with the colors for my image. All right, when I started with this image, I had the idea of this cute little schoolgirl just kind of rocking out to her headphones and dancing around the schoolyard. And with that, you can see that she's got a cute little uniform. I figured, why not make it a little standard uniform? I wanted to have it in blue because these are the colors that I don't actually have on the background itself. They're more pastels, and having them in these bold colors will actually help quite a bit to help this image stand out. So sometimes you do have to think about the color palette and the choices that you're making with your image in order to fit the card that you want or to make it stand out. So here you can see I'm utilizing blue, and I am gonna leave the shirt white. I wanted to have that kind of pop, and you can also add color to that through grays, which is really neat. I figured, why not make her headphones match the dress that she has, just to make her kind of follow through. Once I was done, I decided to cut out my little image, and you can see I'm fussy cutting. I'm trying to make sure that I stay about 1/8 of an inch away from the image, or 1/16, I guess you could say, just to make sure that it has that nice little white outline. All I need is my sentiment. I'm using the VersaFlying Clear for this, and the reason for that is because I can stamp off once and get a very nice, clean, crisp sentiment with this particular ink. Now, I love this color. I love utilizing it, and it is perfect for heat embossing. All I have to do now is just add in my heat embossing powder. I am using black. You can use a clear, especially if you're using the colored ones, to get the color that you want. I'm just gonna tap this off and go ahead and heat set this. I will be right back. Ready to start my card. Now here I have my card base, and I have a 1-inch thick double-sided foam tape. I got this from scrapbook.com, and I'm just gonna go ahead and measure this out. Now I like laying this sideways so I get the exact measurement, and then I can just layer one piece on top of the other depending on what I need to be able to pull some or actually to line the back of my backing here, my background image. And once I get this set, I'm gonna go ahead and use a hack that I love using to be able to center my background onto my card base without actually having to set it down at first. It just becomes that much easier. You can see that the tabs, or the folded back tabs, kind of create a buffer, and that allows me to set that card base down, or that background, right onto my card base. Forgive me. And I've pressed down on the exposed areas. It's set. Now all I have to do are pull these little tabs to bring out that, or expose the rest of the foam tape, and just press down. It's set perfectly. You know, this is the easiest way that I've found to actually do this. All right, I've now added some foam tape to the back of my image and exposed the sticky portion so I can set her down right on the middle of the card. You'll note that the musical note that had a bit of an issue is in the far right-hand corner. I did that purposefully, so that way when I come in with my sentiment, that I'm just gonna add some glue and lay that down, it just gets covered perfectly. So there's always a workaround here. Now I'm gonna add some bling to this with some pastel rainbow sequins, and these are pretty cute. I love them. I can't remember where I got them, but when I do remember, I'll let you know. I'm using Barely Arts glue to be able to set these down. This glue works very well for sequins. Just make sure that you add enough sequins here and there without overdoing it. We just want a little bit of sparkle added to the card. And here you have the finished product. I absolutely love this character. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks for watching Heartcraftpaper. For more videos and tutorials like these, don't forget to subscribe. Visit the website at www.heartcraftpaper.com.